Hello, my name is Ayesha Khan, and I've been asked to give a brief bio about myself. I was born in Karachi, Pakistan. I'm 37 years old. I'm not afraid to tell you how old I am. My family still lives in Karachi, both my parents and my sister Amina. I went to college there. I got my BS in biology from Ayesha Khan University. I moved to the US when I was about 24. I came here to go to college at Midwestern University, where I got my doctorate of pharmacology. And I actually currently live in Naperville, Illinois, where I'm the head pharmacist at a Walgreens there. I'm married to a lovely man named Mustafa Khan, who's the imam at the local mosque. And we have two lovely children, Isa and Mariam. They're 4 and 6. We also live with a woman named Suraya. She's our nanny, I guess they call it. But I call her auntie, and she's a lovely woman. She helps me take care of the kids and do some of the household work. I met my husband about 7 years ago, actually, at the local masjid. He was a young imam at the time, and we were at Jummah prayers, and the imam, who was the lead imam there, gave a speech, and he said something terribly sexist, and Mustafa stood up and told him off. And I just thought that was amazing and so bold and liberal and progressive. And I think he actually did it to impress me, because we'd been noticing each other the last few weeks. So afterwards I went up and I told him how much I liked and was impressed by his courage, and told him that I wanted to hear him speak. And well, the rest is history, I guess, as they say. So like I said, I live in Naperville now, and I love my Muslim community. I love my non-Muslim community, and I'm very, very lucky. On being an American, well, I love being an American. Actually, the happiest day of my life was the day I became an American citizen. You see, in Pakistan, being Pakistani and Muslim, you really don't have a choice. You just are Muslim. The two words are very synonymous. But living in America, you have to choose to be Muslim. And how you choose to be a Muslim is very, very individual. Some people choose to be a Muslim by not praying or not fasting, which is their choice. That is their right by being an American, and that's beautiful. But when I moved to this country, the way I chose to be Muslim was to learn the Quran more, to learn more Arabic, to pray more, to wear the hijab even. This sense of identity and individuality was very, very important to me, and it was because I was here in this country. And actually, like I said, the hijab is something I only donned living here. In Pakistan, I come from a very, very modern family. And my mother actually was shocked when I told her that I was going to start wearing a headscarf. She doesn't wear one, neither does my sister, nor my aunts or anything like that. But for me, it was a way of expressing and defining my identity in this country. And in another way, it was a way for me to converge my Americanness, my Islam, and my deep sense of being a feminist. And that's very, very important to me. That in this country, I can call myself an American, a feminist, and a Muslim. And I am, just by virtue of being here. And that's something that I don't think you can do in any other country in the world. Family drama. Well, every family has drama, and my family is no exception. A lot of the tension in our household right now is because of this current mosque proposal that's been happening. There's a mosque that we want to build in Naperville because our community, Muslim community, has outgrown the one we have, which is wonderful to have such a problem. And my husband, Mustafa, he's the leader, he's the imam of the mosque. But he's a man under siege right now. He's an imam under siege right now. Because what's happening is that he's got all this pressure on him from different sides. He's got conservative Muslims from within our community that are putting all this pressure on him to abandon his ideals for this mosque, his vision for this beautiful, liberal, progressive, egalitarian masjid. And then he has these other people, the non-Muslims in the community, who are putting pressure on him to not build the mosque at all, or to build it in a different community altogether, which doesn't make sense. And the thing is it's not the fact that he's in this position that causes tension, but it's the fact that he's bending. I mean, I married a man who was a visionary, who was a brilliant man, who was a rebel in so many ways, and I love that. He's a feminist, like me, and I fell in love with that passion. But right now, he's trying to appease everybody, and that is unacceptable. I mean, do you know what he did recently? He shaved his beard. I mean, here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with a good Muslim man shaving his beard. But he's got to have a good reason for it. And a good reason for it is not to appease scared people. And that's why he did it, because these non-Muslims are scared of what that beard represents, because to them, the beard represents some sort of Muslim fundamentalism. And that's ridiculous. I mean, what does that mean? Does that mean I should take my hijab off? Should I change my name? What else should I do to appease all of these people? Mosque politics, it's what keeps me up at night. It's what I think of when I wake up every morning, as does Mustafa. And it's a shame, really, because the proposal for this mosque that we want to build in Naperville is beautiful. It's this wonderful, green, sustainable mosque, and it would blend traditional Islamic architecture with contemporary American architecture. And it would have a beautiful prayer hall and classrooms and event spaces and a garden, beautiful garden. And it would be a unique mosque, one that's never been built before, especially not in Chicago. And it would be a gathering place, a community center for non-Muslims and Muslims. I mean, we would even want non-Muslims to have parties and weddings there if they wanted, which we've been doing for years in synagogues and in churches. So this would be a way for us to be able to give back to our neighbors and to our community. But unfortunately, this is being met with a lot of obstacles from the DuPage County Board in particular. They have been telling us that the mosque would cause zoning problems, would cause water drainage problems, noise pollution problems, traffic congestion, which is all really ridiculous, because this has nothing to do with zoning or congestion. This all has to do with hate. Hate for Muslims, hate for Islam, and for fear for people that are different than them, than whoever is on this board. And that to me is disgusting, because I am just as much a member of this community as anybody else. I went to school in this community. I pay taxes in this community. I work in this community. My children go to school in this community. And they deserve to be able to go to their prayer space. I deserve to be able to go to my prayer space just as much as any Buddhist or Jew or Christian or atheist even. And to try to take that away it goes against one of the fundamental principles that this country was built on, which is the freedom of religion. To be quite honest, I think it's downright un-American for anybody to try to block this mosque from being built.